So I mentioned this with Aquarius and Scorpio readings, that I'm going to start reading these in reverse, or what if they come out reverse, or however they come out, I'm going to start reading reversals with this deck because it's actually, I'm getting used to it, so it's easier for me to read them in reverse as well. Okay, let's... Okay, so at the center of the spread here, we have you, Sagittarius. This is a fire sign. This is your energy. I feel like you're getting worked up. You're feeling passionate, and I feel like you're getting out there. You're putting yourself out there in order to attract the right people. Okay, a lot of you in the recent past, you have sailed on from a major ordeal, and you are moving from a precarious relationship into something that is a lot better for you. Okay, and I do feel that for a lot of you, you're still struggling to get rid of an ex, because I feel like, the man is steering the boat, and the woman, she seems like she's like complacent. So it seems that, and it goes both ways. It doesn't have to be, a specific gender, but I feel like you're still having trouble letting go of an ex because they're still pursuing you. That's what I feel. They still have a huge impact in your life, and there's still some energy here that tells me that they're still influencing you in some way. So it's hard for you to completely extract yourself. You might have joint finances. You might have like linked up assets or children even. What I'm feeling here is that this is a card about release, letting go, okay? When it's in the upright position, it means like hanging on to all your resources, hanging on to your feelings, being controlling, hanging on to another person. When it's in the reverse, you have definitely let that person from the past go. They're gone out of your life, which is good. So a lot of you are like still straddling this middle ground, and you're at a point where you are independent, you're completely single, and you're in a very good position right now to attract people. Okay. The foundation is, we have the Seven of Pentacles, and the Seven of Pentacles is a situation where you have devoted a lot of your time nourishing, taking care of, and I guess like building something up from the ground. And you're also letting go of that situation as well, which can be a little bit difficult, but you know that it wasn't going to bear fruit, so you had to abandon it. Okay, so it's an abandoning a relationship after a lot of investment. And there's nothing wrong with that. Sometimes things just don't work out. So I feel like a lot of you, the foundation here is that you feel almost as if in the past you were the one that bore the brunt of the relationship, and the other person did not reciprocate. There were financial issues. There were like uneven distribution in responsibilities. There were a lot of situations where you put in a lot of work and possibly taken for granted as well. Okay. And I feel like it actually flowed both ways. If you're dealing with an earth sign, especially, I feel like this might have been a situation like that. And I feel like you're upset. I feel like you're upset. So if you're in a relationship as well currently with an earth sign, that might be one of the sources of contention between the two of you, where somebody feels as if the other person is not chipping in. So once again, it goes both ways. They feel like you might not be chipping in, or you feel they might not be chipping in. But I feel like if you're in a solid relationship and this is something creeping up during this month, I feel that you're both approaching, your sense of responsibility based on what you see. So that means, when, for example, if your significant other is at work, you don't see what they're doing. You can only keep tabs on what you're doing. So it always feels like we're doing more, right? Because we can't really see what the other person's doing. And they likewise can't see what you're doing outside of, their vantage point. So I feel like a discussion regarding responsibility and even distribution in responsibilities and obligations is vital for this month in order to harmonize a stable relationship. Okay, so that's what's coming through, especially if you're dealing with an earth sign, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. What I'm also sensing as well is there is going to be a major celebration happening for you, single or coupled. And I do sense like this is basically, housewarming, a new home coming into the picture, a lot of responsibilities that needs to come through. So for a lot of you, you're moving into a new home, you're starting a new home, you're bringing new people into the home. So this could be, bringing a newborn child, bringing a pet, a dog, a pet, so some type of pet into the household. So there's a lot of responsibilities. There's also some fixing up of the home environment too, with between you and your partner, and it's causing like a lot of stress and strain within the relationship because fixing things up is never fun when you have other obligations, when you have work and children and just maintaining your lifestyle. So I feel like it's a great opportunity, but it brings with it a lot of work. And like I said, you tend to get a little bit frazzled when the responsibilities pile on. So keep a cool head, check things off as you go. Maintaining a better like organization system, I feel it's going to be better for you. Okay. So Sagittarius, keep this energy under wraps. Okay. What I'm feeling as well for others of you who are, let's talk about the singles. Singles, I do feel that you're in a very good position this month to meet very stable relationship partner, okay? I do feel as well, we have here the Wheel of Fortune preceding this. And I feel almost as if for a lot of you, you're trying to get your finances in order. So that's basically on the main burner, whereas relationships and attraction and things like that, I feel you have a fire sign coming through. And an earth sign. The fire sign is going to be a little bit more, directed. Okay. So they're going to court you. Earth signs are a little bit more like reserved. And I feel like both of these might come in your work environment. I do feel that, with finances and personal responsibilities being on the main burner, you're not going to be in a position where you have like a lot of time to date or a lot of time to think about dating, but you're definitely on the right track. For a lot of you, you have been burned in the past too, so you're hesitant about starting over. You have been like I feel like those of you newly single, you were in a relationship that was pretty bad. I'm sorry to say. So you're trying to rebuild yourself. You're trying to start over. And relationship partnerships and things like that are just not important for you right now. Okay. So I feel a lot of like, damage repair, repairing your self-esteem, repairing your financial base, getting, like building new friendships, building, finding people who you can trust. I also want to emphasize this for those coupled or single. Don't be on the defense, okay? This is a card about somebody ready to lash out. So I feel that it's really important for you. Like, I feel like a lot of you have been hurt and you're really cautious about who you get involved with. And that's great. It's good to be cautious. But I feel like, feeling imagined slights, feeling as if somebody just said something to offend us. But I feel like it's like a misread. Okay, so just let your guard down a little bit. Be a little bit more gentle when interacting with other, because I feel like you're ready to lash out. I feel tempers flaring, and I feel a lot of it has to do with, you're stressed out. You're stressed out, Sagittarius. Take some time off and, make that checklist. Cross things off as you go. So I feel, earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn for those of you who are single, as well as a fire sign for singles. Sagittarius, Leo, Aries, Sun, Moon, or Rising, okay? When it comes to, a past relationship, I feel like a lot of information came to light and you're no longer stuck. You're no longer bound to it. So I feel a lot of you are like transitioning from being in a couple to being single. And you're not yet ready to be in another relationship. So you're not even looking. So I feel like love and things like that is not even heavily on the agenda. But just for, those of you who are looking, I feel like your work is taking, precedence over everything else. So I feel like financial situations are going to clear up. I feel there is a celebration coming through towards the end of the month, possibly concerning like family get together and things like that. And I feel that there might be an earth sign associated with that situation, okay? An earth sign coming through, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn at that celebration, okay? So Sagittarius, overall, try to, keep yourself balanced and, stay calm this month. And hi, Sagittarius. Sorry the video cut off, but I just wanted to emphasize you want to stay very calm this month and take care of responsibilities. Don't let them pile on. And I feel almost like a lot of the times, whatever comes through, your emotional state will always, in our emotional state with everybody will always affect the relationship that we're in. So, try to keep yourself grounded. Don't fly off the handle, and just be very patient and delicate with your romantic partner or romantic interests, okay? So don't let the tempers flare, and take care of things as soon as they come in. Don't let work, responsibilities, and other things pile up, because then it's going to overwhelm you. You're going to feel emotionally overwhelmed, and then it stops you from doing anything productive, okay? So aim to be a little bit more delicate in your social interactions, especially with romantic love partners, all right? So take care of yourself. I will be back for the mid-month reading, and I hope the energy cleared up. What I really liked was around, yeah, the beginning of May. The beginning of May, there was a massive energy shift. So something happened for you, a lot of you guys, like from the beginning of May until the middle of May. And the energy was like, it was night and day. So I feel like the energy is kind of reverting backwards just a little bit. So I feel all of that is pretty much you second guessing yourself, you feeling very like alone, isolated, and, feeling almost as if, like you're scared and you're afraid, and things are, all the fears are mounting, and a lot of it is just self-doubt and, second guessing. Don't let it affect you. Like I mentioned in the mid-month reading, I feel like you have to push through it, okay? Just push through it one thing at a time. Don't jump the gun, and especially, don't burn that bridge until you've crossed it. So don't over project and, think about what I have to do the next day, what I have to do 5 weeks from now. I feel like it's really important, one step at a time, okay?